Let's be honest. How much time do you spend on social media every day? 1 hour, two, or maybe way more than you'd like to admit?
If you had to quit social media for a month, could you do it? Or would you end up checking your phone every 5 minutes? Today, we're diving into the world of technology and social media, discussing how it affects our lives, for better or worse.
This is English Listening Academy, the best place to improve your English listening skills with real conversations. Stay with us until the end, where we'll test your vocabulary with a fun multiple choice quiz.
I once tried deleting all my social media apps for a month. At first, it was amazing. I had so much extra time. But after a few days, I started feeling disconnected from the world.
I get that. I used to spend hours on Instagram just scrolling mindlessly. If I had more self control, I wouldn't waste so much time.
Exactly. Social media is designed to be addictive. The algorithms know how to keep us hooked. Have you ever tried to cut down on it?
Oh, yeah, many times, but it's tough. Whenever I feel bored, I end up scrolling instead of doing something productive.
And the worst part? Once I start watching short videos, I can't stop. If I had turned off notifications, I would have been much more focused.
That's why I started using an app to track my screen time. If people knew how many hours they spent online, they might actually use their phones less.
That's a great idea. Imagine if people had to live without Wi-Fi for a week. That would be a total disaster.
Oh, absolutely. People wouldn't know what to do with themselves. But let's be fair, social media isn't all bad. It helps us stay in touch, learn new things, and even grow our careers.
That's true. If it weren't for social media, a lot of small businesses wouldn't survive. But it's all about balance. If people used social media wisely, they would feel much happier.
Speaking of businesses, I've been thinking about starting a YouTube channel. But honestly, I feel a bit overwhelmed. There's so much competition.
I totally get it. When you start something new, you might feel like giving up. But if you keep up with good content and stay consistent, you'll see results.
That's true. It reminds me of when I started learning a new language. At first, I thought, I'll never be fluent. But then I realized that if I kept practicing, I'd improve over time.
Exactly. It's the same with anything, whether it's learning English, starting a business, or even managing social media better. The key is consistency.
So let me ask you, do you think social media has made our lives better or worse?
Hmm, that's a tough question. I think it depends on how we use it. If we use it responsibly, it can be great. But if we get too addicted, it can have negative effects.
Agreed. I guess the real challenge is finding the right balance. Maybe we should do a challenge. No social media for 24 hours. Do you think we would survive?
Good question. What do you guys think? Could you stay off your phone for a whole day? Let us know in the comments.
Okay, now let's see what you have learned. Write a short paragraph answering this question. If you had to live without social media for a week, how would your life change? Would it be easy or difficult? Why? Use at least two of these phrases in your response. Cut down on, stay in touch, lose track of time, end up, overwhelmed. Post your answer in the comments. We'll be reading them. Okay, now if you are ready, let's start with the questions. Choose the correct answer for each sentence.
When I watch videos on my phone, I only plan to watch one, but suddenly 2 hours have passed. I always lose track of time when I watch videos on my phone. I only plan to watch one, but suddenly 2 hours have passed. Social media helps people with their friends, even if they live far away. Social media helps people stay in touch with their friends, even if they live far away. Many people try to their screen time, but it's really difficult because they feel addicted. Many people try to cut down on their screen time, but it's really difficult because they feel addicted. Whenever I don't have a clear plan for the day, I wasting time on social media instead of doing something productive. Whenever I don't have a clear plan for the day, I end up wasting time on social media instead of doing something productive. With so much information on the internet, it's easy to feel by news, updates, and notifications all the time. With so much information on the internet, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by news, updates, and notifications all the time.
How many questions did you get right? Share your answers in the comments. And if you enjoyed this conversation and found it useful for your English practice, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future lessons.
And don't forget to leave a comment. How does social media affect your life? Could you quit it for a day? We would love to hear your thoughts.
See you in the next episode of English Listening Academy.